Hey guys, it's Julia and welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a video talking about 17 book releases that I'm super excited to come out in 2017. I'm so excited to read some of these, and some of these are like second books in a series that I may have not continued with yet, but that I know a lot of people are going to be excited for, so I included those as well. These are in publication order, and I know there's going to be more releases, and I know some of them are just going to like pop up, or I just missed some, so be aware of that. And also these dates are not final, so they're just what I saw on Goodreads, so they could change, unfortunately, unless they get pushed back sooner. That's kind of great. I mean, unless they get pushed earlier, it's good. Unless they get pushed back, that's kind of sad. But let's get into it. First up here I have is History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. This is a YA contemporary novel, and I'm just super excited for this one because Adam Silvera wrote More Happy Than Not, which I have not personally read but have heard amazing things about, and Adam Silvera is just such a nice person in general. I've seen author interviews with him and he's just so nice and so adorable, so I'm super excited to give one of his works a shot. And I know his works usually involve a male-male romance, which I am all for, so this book does come out on January 17th, so keep your eye out for it. Next up here I have is Here We Are, Feminism in the Real World by a collection of authors, and this book is an anthology full of a bunch of authors, I believe just YA authors, that put together a anthology all about feminism and these little stories, so I'm super excited to read this one personally. I'm definitely a feminist, if I do say so myself, but I'm super excited to read this one. The people who have received arcs of it have absolutely loved it, so I am thrilled for this one. So are so many feminists, so keep your eye out for this one. It comes out on January 24th. Books that are all coming out on the same date. First up we have Caraval by Stephanie Garber. This book, the only reason why I'm interested in this one is because I heard it's like kind of like a circus kind of book, and it's YA, and people compare it to The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, which I absolutely loved. It's one of my favorite books of like the previous year of 2015. So I'm super excited to read something that people say is similar, and the reviews have been decent so far, so I am looking forward to this one that comes out on January 31st. Next up here I have The Edge of Everything by Jeff Giles. I don't know. All I know about this one is it's kind of like, I believe like contemporary, but I think it has like an underlying like sci-fi theme or something, if I'm not mistaken. And all I know is like someone dies and then it's about the grief of someone else, and then I think all these other things go on, and I don't know exactly, but I've heard good things about it and I've heard people talk about it, and I want to see what this one's all about. Next up here I have is By Your Side by Casey West, and this book is another Casey West book, and her books are light, fluffy YA contemporaries, and they're always with really cute romances, and Casey West just writes so simple, like her writing is really like simplistic, but it's really nice, and the books I've read by her I have pretty well really liked. By Your Side has also gotten great reviews from people who have received arcs of them, so I'm super excited to see this on the shelves on January 31st. Next up here I have is Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman, and this book comes out on February 7th of 2017. And Neil Gaiman has such a way with words. He writes middle grade, I don't think he's written anyway. He writes middle grade and adult, and his works are just so great. He wrote Coraline, he wrote The Graveyard Book, he wrote American Gods. He's such a great author, and his writing is something I've never read before. His writing is so unique, and I love the way he writes, and I'm so excited for more Neil Gaiman. And this one deals with Norse mythology, so I want to see how he does with the mythology, and I don't personally know much about Norse mythology, so I'm looking forward to this one. Next up I have here is American Straight. This book comes out on February 14th of 2017, and this book deals with US immigration and some family being denied immigration into the USA, and it just sounds really interesting. It's supposed to be really diverse. It's YA, and I'm looking forward to this one. Next up here I have a middle grade book, and that is The Pants Project by Kat Clark, and this book is about a transgender child because he looks like a girl but he feels like a guy, so he wants to wear pants because why the hell not? And it's about, I believe, this child trying to figure everything out at the school and trying to form this project so genders could have equal rights and like the way they dress. So I'm super interested to read this one. I think it's so great that it is a middle grade book personally, and I don't know too much about, I haven't read any books about transgender children personally, so I'm super like interested, and I really want to learn more about this topic. And it sounds kind of like George by Alex Dino, that it deals with a transgender child trying to make a difference, and it sounds really awesome, and it comes out on March 7th. This one I'm super excited for probably one of my top one, and that is Always and Forever Laura Jean by Jenny Han. And this is the third and final book in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy. This book comes out on April 4th, and I'm super excited for this. The first book is To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and the second one is P.S. I Still Love You. And these books are really fluffy YA contemporaries that are about a girl named Laura Jean who writes letters to the boys she likes. She stores them away, they get sent out one day, and it's about her relationships and her relationship with her family and her sisters. And it just, they're lovely books. I love them a lot. So I'm super excited that it was originally going to be a duology, and I'm super excited that she decided to make it a trilogy. And I'm so excited for this next book. The covers of this series are so pretty, and yeah, this is one of my top ones for sure. Here I have is The Upside of Unrequited, and this is by Becky Albertalli. And this book is, I don't really know what it's about, but Becky Albertalli wrote Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, which I quite enjoyed and I know a lot of people loved. So I really want to see what this author brings to the table next. And I know it's a YA contemporary, and I think it has a male-male romance again, but I could be mistaken. So I'm super intrigued and looking forward to picking this one up when it is released. It comes out on April 11th. Next up I have here is a really huge release for a lot of people. I personally haven't continued with this series, so I am not too, I'm not like, oh my god, yes, but like, I'm interested, but not until I read the next book. But it is A Court of Wings and something. It'll be here. Oh, A Court of Wings and Ruin. And this book is by Sarah J. Maas. It is going to be the third book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy. No, it's not even a trilogy, it's longer. It's gonna be like a lot of books. But ACOTAR was the first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses. The second one is ACOMAF, A Court of Mr. Fury, which I personally haven't read yet, but people love that to death. And it's gonna be on a lot of people's top favorites of this year. I can just tell. But this book comes out and a lot of people are really thrilled for it, and I'm looking forward to reading the next one and then seeing if I'm still interested in continuing. But yes, this comes out on May 2nd. This is another top one for me, and that is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. This is the sequel to Lady Midnight, and it is the second book in the Dark Artifices series. We followed the Emma Carr series and Julian Blackthorne and their Shadow Hunter stuff going on, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is probably one of my top ones of the year, but this comes out on May 23rd, and I'm super interested to see, one, how long this book is going to be. The cover just got released. I think the page count is on Goodreads. I just haven't checked yet. The cover is so pretty, and it has like the London Bridge on it, so I'm wondering how that's going to be incorporated into the book and how Emma's going to deal with all the shit that went down from book one. So I'm super excited. May 23rd, I'm going to be at my bookstore. There's another really exciting one, and that is Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. This book is the sequel to This Savage Song, and I really enjoyed This Savage Song. I read it this year, and it came out this year, but I read it and I really enjoyed it. It's about monsters and humans and kind of the gray area of good and bad, and it kind of like pokes fun at that kind of stuff, and I just really enjoyed it. And it has a really nice friendship element to it between a female and a male, so I really like that it was just a friendship. And Our Dark Duet sounds super promising, and it comes out on June 13th, and I believe it's just a duology, so I'm super excited to read that last book, and it is so pretty. Next up I have here is Because You Love to Hate Me, and this is an anthology that is coming out this summer, coming out in July, on July 11th, and this book is basically where a bunch of really popular YA authors, such as like Renee Ahdieh and Becky Albertalli, I think, Renee Ahdieh and like a bunch of other authors teamed up with booktubers to write villain stories, and I'm super excited for this one. I really want to support the fellow big booktubers and some of the booktubers that come on here and just like inspired me to start, or that just have recommended people so many books that have made huge impacts on people's life. Point is, I want to support the booktubers, and I think this sounds super interesting. I love villain stories. Villains are like my fave, so I'm really interested to see this one, and I know this is going to be a big release of next year. Is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera, and this one again I don't know much about, but the way Adam talks about it in his videos sounds like really promising, the way he talks about it in like interviews and stuff, and I believe it's another male-male romance, but that's not the point. But I heard it's super amazing, like it's supposed to be so good, and I'm so interested to see it, and it sounds like it's gonna be really hard-hitting and interesting. Next up I have here is a book that does not have a title yet or a cover, but it is the Throne of Glass book number 6, the final installment in this series, and it comes out in September of 2017. There's no like set date, but September 2017 is supposed to come out, and a lot of people are going to be thrilled for this. I only made it up to, I haven't read Queen of Shadows yet, so I only read Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and Heir of Fire. Heir of Fire I wasn't too impressed with, and I don't know if I'm going to enjoy the way the series went. In Heir of Fire was not my thing at all, and I kind of hated Heir of Fire, but that's a really unpopular opinion. But I don't know if I want to continue or not, but a lot of people are going to be thrilled for the 6th book, and I'm interested to see how people find it, and if it's going to be some people's favorite or if it's going to be a disappointment or whatever. I'm interested to see how people are going to like it, and I'm also really excited for this cover reveal because I do like the Throne of Glass covers, so yeah. Last and final book I have here is another one that has no title and no cover, but that is the 3rd book in the Illumina Files series. So first up was Illumine, then there was Gemina, and I haven't read Gemina yet, but I've heard really good things about it, and I'm just looking forward to seeing like the next installment, if it's going to be bigger than the others. I don't know why I'm like that, but I'm super excited to see the cover because I love these covers, and to see the title. I'm really excited for the title because I love the titles of these books, and it's set for 2017. Not even a month is set. So I don't know where to put this one, so I just put it at the very end. But yes, this one is going to be another one that people are really excited for, and I really hope it doesn't get pushed back, but I'm really interested to see this one and how they're going to make it different from, like, how they're going to make the formatting a bit different from Illumine and Gemina, because Illumine was a lot of like files and all that, and so was Gemina, but Gemina had like illustrations by Mary Lou in there, so I'm interested to see what they're going to do with this next one, and I'm rambling a lot, but yes. Those were 17 books that are coming out in 2017. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm sorry for rambling, or some books that I didn't know a huge ton about. I didn't want to look into too many synopsises of what's good, like what each book is about, but I'm just really interested. A lot of these are authors that I've read before, a lot of authors that I've heard about. There are a lot of sequels in this video, so I'm really looking forward to this, like all these books, and I've said that like 20 times now, but let me know your thoughts down below and some books that you are excited for, if you're excited for some on this list, or if you have other things to add down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you all very soon with a new video. Bye!